NASCAR Whelen All-American Series. Second place, Keith Rocco.
As kids, we always had to sit in the grandstands. We were always on the outside looking in, always wondered what it'd be like. Once we hit 16, we were in the pits. We were going Thursday nights, Friday nights, Saturday nights, helping Ted Christopher. Didn't really think that the opportunity would come about that I'd get a start in racing, but it actually did, and got a chance to get my hands on a street stock and put it together, and before you knew it, I was hitting the track and racing every Saturday, and that's how I really got my start.
Racing was always part of our lives, growing up around our dad, and he raced, and following in his footsteps is just something we always wanted to do. Keith ended up getting behind the wheel before I did, and I stood behind his side. It worked out well for both of us.
Might ruffle some feathers along the way, but we're there just to win the races, and sometimes you do what you got to do. It's short track racing, and the fans absolutely love the aggressiveness and the things you'll do to get to the front and to win the race. That's what they come there to see, and that's what put fans in the seats. My whole team likes it when you go in there and you do what you got to do to win the race.
It's aggressive. In the beginning, it was probably too aggressive, but over the years, he's learned patience, and he started winning a lot when he calmed down.
Racing has really made me mature. It keeps you busy, and at the same time, it teaches you a lot of responsibility. When you have people investing in you, car owners that give you their equipment to drive, and when it comes back to regular life, it does teach you a lot of responsibility, and I think it just makes you a better person in general. It makes you stronger, and I feel like you could put up with anything when it comes to life. You
give Keith a car that's within 10% of where it's supposed to be, and Keith performs well at any track. There's not one that stands out. He's an outstanding driver. He'll make stuff happen that's not supposed to happen, and that's what's great about working with Keith. You're never out of the race until it's over.
My crew is absolutely awesome. Everybody, some of them are family members, some of them are close friends. The team is they work so hard, they put so much time in. They follow me 3 nights a week, and without them, I couldn't do it. I wouldn't be where I am. This series is kind of the grassroots racing for everybody. This is where all the cup guys, they had to start somewhere, and this is where they started. It's not about what division you're racing, it's about having fun. This is where you have to start, whether you go somewhere or not. It's the starting base for racing.
Keith went out and he won more races this year than he did last year, and he had better finishes this year than he did last year. And every goal he set last year, whether it was wins in a season, he outdid himself. As a team, we just outdid ourselves from what we did last year.
This year, racing against Phillip, at the end of the week, Monday rolls around or Tuesday roll around, the points come out. Sometimes I'd swear we're on the same racetrack. The points come out, we're battling head-to-head. You're realistically racing against the guy, but you don't see him and you don't hear from him, and one of these days I'm going to get him on the same track with me, and we're going to settle this head-to-head.
Please welcome, from Wallingford, Connecticut, Keith Rocco.